Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm a romance reader and love all things to do with books, so if you like that sort of content, don't forget to subscribe and let's get into the video. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a bookish vlog for you. Now I have filmed these clips over quite a while and I've put them all into one so you can see what I get up to. We go book shopping, we go to the library and we also read lots of books. So I thought that I would compile them all together because I love watching these sort of vlogs. I wanted to do one myself and that is what I've done. So if you want to see what I get up to, then let's get into it. I thought while I was filming, I'm going to add this into the bookish vlog. Now, I am getting rid of some books and I wanted to add this into this vlog just to tell you the reasons why I'm getting rid of them. So, I've got 5 books here. I've got Love Struck, I've got The Locked Door and Never Lie, I've got Soulmates, and I've also got Say You Swear. Now, the reasons why I get rid of some of the books is because, one, I don't have a lot of room to keep all books on my bookshelf, well, my book trolley, and 2, I need to get rid of books so I can buy more books. That's the logic. The reasons why I'm getting rid of my 2 favourites by Freida McFadden, my 5-star reads, is because I already know the plot, I already know the twist, and I just think, if I'm going to pick it up again, I already know the ending, so there's no point. And I know that somebody else will much rather like it if they've not read it before because they don't know what's going to happen in it. And I'd rather let somebody else enjoy it rather than me to keep them on my shelf knowing exactly what's going to happen. So these were actually bought for my mum for her birthday, but obviously I know that she's read them and she doesn't have a lot of space to put them anywhere. So we're both going to get rid of these and yeah, hopefully someone else will enjoy them because I absolutely love them. And it is a shame to get rid of them because they were 5-star reads, but I already know the plot, I already know the twist, so there's no point. I'm going to get rid of Love Struck by Laura Jane Williams. I had this on my shelf for ages. I thought I got rid of it when I got rid of other books. Obviously I didn't. I only read about 5 chapters in this and I just thought I can't keep up. I can't deal with this book, so I'm going to get rid of it. This was written in 3rd person as well, which also annoys me, and I just DNF'd it at that point. I was like, no, I'm not reading it anymore. So I didn't even realise I still had this on my shelf, so that's going to go as well. Also going to get rid of Soulmates because I did do a reading vlog on this. If you want to go and check that out, I'll leave it in the little hour. But again, this wasn't my favourite, and I just think there's no point of leaving books on my book trolley if they weren't my favourite, or I know for a fact that I'm never ever going to pick them up again because it's just taking up space, and I'd rather get rid of them to make space for more books, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm getting rid of this one, because it just weren't my favourite, and yeah, no, bye-bye. I'm also getting rid of Say You Swear as well, because Say You Swear, I did do a reading vlog on this. However, as I'm currently filming this, I can't find the footage of where I filmed this, so I might have deleted it. But I did do a reading vlog on this, but again, it weren't my favourite, to be honest. It was only a 3-star. It was alright, but it wasn't fantastic, and I know full well that I won't be picking it back up again, so I might as well get rid of it. I'm going to take the annotation tabs out though, because, you know, I'm going to get rid of them. And I want to keep them annotation tabs, so I'm going to get rid of this one as well. But I thought that I would add that into the vlog, of the bookish vlog, so you can actually see that I do actually get rid of books as well. I don't just keep them all. So yeah, let's get on to the next section of this video. So today I am already going to Asda because I am actually filming another video for another channel. However, what is in Asda? Books. So I thought that'd take you along with me and go and have a look at the books while we're in there and do a little bit of book shopping, shall we say, even though I'm on a ban. But we'll go and have a look at the books anyway while we're in there, and I'm going to add it into this video anyway, so let's go and see what's in, shall we? Looks like they've filled it up a bit as well since the last time I came. There's never like a lot of paperbacks though, that's the problem. Midnight at the Christmas bookshop. Yeah, this one's the Christmas jigsaw. Oh, fill that book, that feels well nice. I don't like the film cover of that. I prefer the other cover. I was thinking of buying that again to go with my Ends with His book, but I'm like, Yeah, they shouldn't be in there because they're not kids' books. So whoever's put them there, they shouldn't be there because they're not. Now I've read it, it's here. The Boyfriend, the one I've literally just finished. This is what I was looking for last time.
Oh no, that's not it, is it?
I was looking for that last week, and then now I've read it. Doesn't matter, but I'm not a big fan of that. No. Personally, it's not as good as the other 2 I've read. But I'm fuming because last time I came in, it weren't there, it was something else, and now it's there. But I've got that book. I've read that one. Couple Next Door. This is the one. Another one we was going to read.
Yeah, but it's not.
It's not by Freida McFadden, no. But it's a thriller book. And then you've got, yeah, The Wrong Sisters. Is this a thriller book? I think it is. It looks it.
Give it me. Like
Every Family Has Secrets. You need to read. So we've decided to pick up The Couple Next Door and The Wrong Sister. These are thriller books. This one we've been talking about for a while, so this is the one we're going to read. I have not been to a library in over 20 years. 20 years. The last time I went to a library was probably when I was about 8 years old, and I'm 28 next year, so 20 years. A long time. So the reason why I wanted to go to the library is because I wanted to look at some of the books that aren't on Kindle Unlimited. So I've recently bought Kindle Unlimited, not for a Kindle, however I do want one of those, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to test it out on my tablet and see what books are available. Now there is a lot of books on there, but there is some that I really want to read that aren't on there, and I thought instead of physically buying them, let's go to the library and borrow them, and hopefully they are in there because I have a lot of books that I have yet to read. However, but instead of me buying them and not liking them and then thinking, oh, I've wasted my money on them, I can just take them back to the library and it doesn't matter. I did say I want to borrow 2. Let's see how much I have to come back with, but I've got to remember I've got to take them back. I've just been to the library, however, I cannot get a library card yet because they're all doing updates on the system. And it's not until the end of the week that it's sorted, so I'm gonna have to go back hopefully next week and get one then. I did find the Summer Return pretty, which they had the whole set in, and I thought, well, when I eventually get my library card, I will take them out. There was a few other books, but they weren't majorly, but the library that I went to was very small, so it wasn't a massive selection. They had like the kids section and stuff, which, to be fair, obviously all of it had changed in the years that I had not been. And it was very different compared to what it was. But the setup and everything was still quite similar. Like where the desk is and like where they had the computer rooms and stuff. So that's all very much the same. And obviously the books and things. But they had a few like well-known books, but not many of them, which obviously I showed in the video, but they didn't have a lot of them. So unfortunately, I haven't come home with none in my hand, which is really annoying. But I've saved some money and I completely forgot about it. And I thought, I have enough to get myself a Kindle Paperwhite. So that is where I'm going to go. I need to go and have a look because I want to have a look at the basic one and the Paperwhite and see the difference of it. I know full well which one I'm going to get because I looked at it before. However, I went into Currys a few weeks ago. I wanted to see them because the last time I went into Currys it was all displayed. However, this one that I went to didn't have them all. And I was looking around and I was like, where the fuck are they? Nowhere to be seen. So this one that I'm going to go to, they did have them displayed the last time I went. I'm hoping they have them displayed this time because I just wanted to compare them, just see the differences and stuff. But I think I am going to get a Paperwhite and it's going to be the brand new one because I just want it. Right, we're at Currys. Let's hope and pray they're actually in because I'll be fuming if it's not. So let's go and see. They literally had the Paperwhite in, right? But the last time I went in there, they had everything, like all of them, all on display, and the Paperwhite was like stuck right in the middle. Not right in the middle, but like right at the end, right at the back of where the fire tablets are, right? But it's like, I couldn't really tell because they didn't have the other ones on display. It's really annoying, but I do like the feel of that one, and it was so fast. I literally had to tap it with my finger, it was so fast. And this was the original Paperwhite one. So I think instead of comparing them, I am just going to buy the Paperwhite one because that's the one I wanted originally. So I am going to go to Argos and go and get it because I find that when I go into Currys, they never want to know. So I'm going to go into Argos and search and see if it's in there before I start to drive. But I'm going to have to get used to it because I was trying to go back off the book and I couldn't do it. So I am going to get the Paperwhite instead of the other ones. I wanted to compare them. They used to have them in this one where they had them all displayed, but they've changed it. It's so annoying. So now I could only get the Paperwhite one in there. So I think I am just gonna go and have a look on Argos before I go and see if it's in there, one that's close to me, and I'm gonna go and buy it myself. So yeah, let's I'm gonna have a look first and hopefully it's in there. I don't know whether to get the coloured one. That's what I wanted to look at. I wanted to look at the different colours, but I'm not really a big fan of pink anyway, and I don't like the jade green. It's a bit dark. I like the matcha colour, but that's the basic one, and I don't want the basic one. I'm so excited. Oh, I don't want to add it to basket. Right, we found the closest one, so we're gonna go. I was looking for a Kindle case to go with it, but I think I might have to order that on Amazon. So let's go. We have got it. Let me show you it. Let me show you. We have got the Kindle Paperwhite, the 12th gen in black. Now I was gonna go for the pink one, but I decided not to because I thought I'm gonna change it up anyway and I can put all my covers and stuff in. So I decided to go with the black one because it was just easier. So yeah, I'm gonna take it home and unbox it, and then hopefully it's all good. I'm so excited. I've wanted a Kindle for like the past month now, and I finally got it. So yeah, I need to go and order a case though from Amazon because I haven't got one. I didn't have them in there. I'm back home now. As you can see, I've changed, so don't mind the raggedy top, but here it is. Here is the beauty that I've been waiting for. So like I said, I bought Kindle Unlimited, and I was like, you know what, I really wish I had something that was smaller and I could read it. And I was like, no, I'm not going to buy a Kindle, I'm not going to buy the Kindle, I'm going to wait, I'm going to wait, I'm going to wait. Well, here we are. With said Kindle in my hand. So this is the Kindle Paperwhite, the 12th generation, 16GB in black. I'm not sure if it's with ads or not, because when I bought it from Argos it doesn't say that, so I'm not sure, but we'll see. This one, the reason why I went for this one is because it's got the warm light on it. It's slightly bigger than the smaller one, and it's also waterproof, because if I did want to take it in the bath, or if I'm on holiday or something, for example, then I know that if it gets a little bit of wet on it, it'll be fine. Let's just get into it, shall we? Because I just keep jabbering. So are you ready? Ready? Oh yeah, no, it's not. You're not ready. Well, that was a pile of shit, wasn't it? There we go. Here we go, here we go. I'm so excited for this. It's actually quite weighty. It's definitely lighter than my tablet though, I give it that, but I'm so excited. It's like an early Christmas present to myself. Then I've got the instructions, which I'm gonna have to go through, because when I was in the shop there was a Paperwhite out on display, and I was clicking through it with the book, and then I was like, how do I get back? So I'm gonna have to test it out and see. So I'm gonna have to read the instructions. So, and then it also has a little print in the middle, and then this is the charger. Oh god, this is the charger for it, which is just a USB-C, so it doesn't really matter as long as you've got USB-C. So I've got that as well. Now Kindle Girl. Oh, it's matte as well. Oh, it's matte. So excited. I can't believe I've actually got it in my hand. Should we turn it on? It's so weird looking at that sort of screen though. I thought, shit. That looks so weird. But that's got the line at the bottom as well. That's got the line at the bottom. Let me just, that's got the yellow like line at the bottom there. There must be on all the Kindles. To be fair, you're not going to look right at the bottom though, to be fair. United Kingdom. And here we go. Here it is loading. You can see the yellow is to it, but I think it's on a warm setting. It literally looks like paper. I know it says Paperwhite, but that literally looks like paper. Like you're staring at paper. I'm going to be a Kindle girl. I'm going to be a Kindle girl now. I have never owned one of these in my life, and I wish I had one of these as a kid because I was obsessed with books. Download Amazon Kindle for iOS. Yes, I do have the app. I'm so excited. Oh my god, I'm going to get a book tonight. I'm going to read it. I just hope I touch my physical books because I have a lot. But we'll find out. We'll soon find out. So yeah, I'm going to read through these actually, and then we're going to test it out. But I'll come back to you tomorrow when I have the case. And I have stickers actually, to be fair, but I need the case and I need a screen protector. Today, so I am going to go into town today. I am filming for my other channel, so while I'm there, there is a works next to where I want to film. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go in and go and have a look at the books, because I just want to have a sneaky look. Will I come out with anything? I don't know, but I just want to go and have a look, see what books they've got in, and see if they've got ones that might interest me. I don't really want to buy any because of that, and obviously I've just bought my Kindle, so I don't want to actually buy anything, but I still want to have a look to see what they've got in for like Christmas and stuff, and see what good Christmas books they've got in to give me a sort of an idea on. Maybe I can have a look on my Kindle of what I want to get. So as you can see, I'm now back from book shopping. I have been for quite a while, but I thought I'd show you what books I actually did get. even though I said I wasn't going to buy any. Here we are. The reason why is because I saw 2 books in the 3 for 6 deal from my mum, and I was like, oh, I need another one. Couldn't find any that I knew she'd like, so I went for one myself. Shouldn't have done that, but I've done it anyway. I bought The Library of Lost Love. Now I have had this on my wish list for quite a while, and I thought, you know what, let's make it up to 3 for 6, so I got this one. And I read the first page just to make sure it wasn't in third person, and I actually genuinely wanted to read it, so that's why I got this one. And there's nothing more better than the smell of a new book. Oh my god. And the works I went into in town was really stocked. Like every book was properly stocked, and I was like, oh my god. I was there for quite a while looking at all the different books. I was looking at the Freedom McFadden books. Now I know most of them are on Kindle Unlimited, but I just thought maybe I just wanted to see if there was other books. However, there was a co-worker, which I'm currently reading on my Kindle, The Teacher, The Boyfriend, which I've already read, and The Perfect Son. Now I can get them on Kindle Unlimited, so there's no point of actually buying the physical book. I was looking for Butcher and Blackbird, and what was the other one? Any of the Sarah Adams ones. Every time I go in and I think, oh no, I don't really want them, they're there. And now that I was looking for them, they're not there, and I was like, ugh. But never mind, it makes me not want to buy a book, she says. But I only bought one. I only technically bought one. The other 2 were from my mum, so. However, I have just listed some books on Vinted, which are here. Here are the books. I've listed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books. So we're getting rid of 7 books. So that kind of means we can buy more. But I'm not going to. I'm getting rid of Say Swear, Soulmates, The Locked Door, Love Struck, Never Lie, The Inmate, which my mum's just finished reading, and The Idea of You, because there's no point in keeping them. I haven't got the space, so let's get rid of them. I've got my Kindle case in here, so I'm going to open it and I'm going to decorate. I have stickers here, but I don't particularly like these ones, and I've used my favourite ones on my tablet, so I might have to swap them around. But I don't know. I'm going to see anyway. But yeah, I'm going to go and decorate my Kindle now, so come with me while I decorate it. And here we go. Here's my decorated Kindle. I want to put a pop socket in it, on it, but I don't know if it's going to cover these bits. But I'm going to have to see. But right now, here's my Kindle. Oh my god, how good did it look? It looks so nice. I love it. I love it so much. I've been waiting to do this for the past week since I've had my Kindle. And I've had the stickers and everything. I'm just like, oh, I'm just waiting for the case. I had the cover, the screen protector. Now I have a clear case and I love it. I was actually intending to film a full video from a booktube, and I just thought, no, I'm not doing it because it's currently 7:20 at night. I've had my makeup on all day. I'm absolutely bollocks, and I thought, you know what, let's just add on to my Bookish vlog instead. I've done it, Anna. I've been into the works and I've bought myself some books, so I thought that I would add on to this Bookish vlog and show you what I actually bought, because as you can see, it's got a Christmas theme to the bag, and I also have one Christmas book. So last year these books were in the works, and I thought, oh, I don't know whether to get them or not, and I kind of regretted it. So when I saw them again today, I thought, you know what, let me pick them up. So I bought the Only Fools and Horses and the Gavin and Stacey quiz books. Obviously not actually reading books, but I regretted not picking them up last year, and they're actually supposed to be £12.99 each, which I wouldn't have paid £12.99 for them, and I got them for £4. So I thought, I love Gavin and Stacey and I love Only Fools and Horses, so someone can ask me these questions and I'll probably know every single one of them. Maybe, depending on what the subject is. But I thought, I regretted it last year and I didn't pick them up, so I bought them this year. Now I have been looking at this one, the Only Fools and Horses one, because me and my mum was doing it and she was asking me questions and vice versa. But some of the questions, right, have the wrong answers to them. And I'm like, no, that's not what happens. And the same with Gavin Stacey, I'm like, no, that doesn't happen. I know they're unofficial, but I'm like, you've got to get the questions right. That's the whole point of the quiz book. So yeah, but most of the questions are alright. It's just a few of the odd ones that we read that weren't the correct ones. But again, if you are fans of either one of these, which I know Only Fools and Horses was done a very long time ago, but I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I have watched that so many times, over and over and over and over and over again. I even had the full box set. So I love this. So no matter what age you are, if you like this, then it's a good idea for Christmas as well. So you could have like a little quiz night if everybody enjoys this. Then I bought these two books. Now, this is the one I was trying to find in the works the other week, and I couldn't find it. So this is called The Rule Book by Sarah Adams. I have read the cheat sheet by her. I absolutely love it. So I thought that I'd pick up another one. Again, I've been looking for Butcher and Blackbird. I can't find it anywhere. It's so annoying because I had that in ages ago. I was like, oh no, I'm not really interested in that. And now I'm like, oh, I really want it and I can't find it. So yeah, I kind of went with the Rule Book. There was other stories by Sarah Adams in there, which was called, don't know, let me have a look. I can't remember what they were called, but I'm sure they were relatively new because I've never seen them before. So yeah, there was two new books in there, I believe, of Sarah Adams, which was The Match and The Enemy, and they both sounded really good, but I went with this one because this is the one I've been trying to get for ages. So instead of getting that one, I went for this one. I know that Sarah Adams books are not on Kindle Unlimited, otherwise I wouldn't have bought it. I would have got it on Kindle Unlimited, but I just really enjoyed the cheat sheet, so I thought I'd pick this one up as well. I was looking for another one of hers. I can't remember what it's called though. Practice Makes Perfect, I think that's what it's called. Then I went for this one. Now, they had a lot of Christmas books here. However, I was looking for a filler type book of Christmas. But when I was looking at them, they was all written in third person. And as you know, I can't stand third person books. I hate it. And also when it's a mystery thriller, I'm like, no, that would fuck my head up. I cannot think what's going on in the first place if it's written in third person. Never mind finding out who done it. So I went with this one. This is a romance one. I think I had this before on my wish list for Christmas. So this is called The Christmas Wish. It was in the 3 for 6 deal, but I thought I don't technically need any more books, but she says we've just bought some more. But anyway, so I thought, you know what, we'll just buy one and it's only £2.50. This is A Christmas Wish by Lindsay Kelk, and again, I think this has been on my Christmas book list for a while. But like I say, most of the Christmas books that was in the works were all written in third person, and I'm like, not that sort of person. I don't want to know. Don't want to know if it's in third person. So this is the only one that I read at the front that wasn't in third person, and it was in the first person perspective, so that's why I went for this one instead. But yeah, I only picked up two normal books and then obviously them quiz books. But like I say, if you love Gavin and Stacey and Only Fools and Horses, they have these in the works and they're a good little stocking filler. So if you're looking for something for Christmas, then these are a good idea. I'm going to be designing some Kindle inserts because I bought these sheets ages ago. I don't know if I've shown them in this video, but I have bought these to make the Kindle inserts with. Now I have designed some on the computer, however on my printer, let's not even talk about it, don't want to do it, so I can't actually print them out what I've made. So I thought I'm going to improvise. So I've got some cards. This is supposed to be green, it looks more blue to be honest, but it's like a mint green kind of. And then I've got some Christmas stickers what I bought from Home Bargains. They are supposed to be wheelie bin stickers, I think, but it doesn't really matter. I like them because they had the little shimmer around them. So I've got some of them, and then I might make another one because I have more book stickers, which currently I have some on the back of my Kindle already, which I had glitter card and I cut around and then just shove them in. I don't actually stick them to the card because I know I want to change them and I want to switch them about. So I've kept them like that, so when I take them out they'll all come off anyway. So yeah, I'm going to trace around it and hopefully make a Christmassy styled one. I might just stick them on, to be fair, because obviously when I pull them off they're going to stick on anyway, whereas there's no backing. There's a backing on these ones, but there's no backing on that one, so I will have to just stick it on. So I'm going to cut it out, trace around it, and then put it on for my Christmas themed Kindle. It's a shame they don't have red, but there's so much card you can buy from like Amazon and like Temu and stuff, and it's really cheap. But I thought I don't really want a big stack of card, I just want a couple of sheets, so I kind of had to improvise and go with this one. This is the only sort of packet of card that I found that was decent enough in Poundland, which was brilliant. But anyway, right, I'm going to put the camera down so you can actually see what I'm doing. There we go, Kindle insert done. Right, now I've got to choose what stickers. If you want a Kindle insert that looks like a 5-year-old's made it, then here you go. Here you go. I couldn't really put anything anywhere else because the small ones on here, there's not many of them, and then obviously when I've put the big ones on, it sort of don't really fit. So it's alright, it's still a bit decorative, but it's not as good as what I would have made on the computer, which is so fucking annoying because I can't print them out. So yeah, there's my Christmas insert. Don't call me a graphic designer because I'm not a graphic designer. Nowhere near. But anyway, there's my Christmas one, and I'm going to see what it looks like on my Kindle now. Look at the corner in there, it's not level. That's so annoying. I must put it upside down. Great. Anyway, there's my Kindle insert. Hope you like it. If you want more designs like this, then come back to No, not really. I think I'm going to make some more, but with my other stickers I've got. So I'm going to try and incorporate them into some more, to be honest. See if I can do them. I don't want to stick them down though, that's the thing. I don't want to stick them down. Might try and do a mixture of Christmas and another one. I don't know. Anyway, I'll come back when I've done that one. But that one, there's my Christmas one. And there is the next one. It's just really annoying that none of the stickers are like small enough to go here, there and there. But that's the second one that I've done. I really like this one. I have put the actual stickers on the card so they didn't move around and I don't have to keep switching them up. But I've kept the ones that I had for my glitter one there. I've kept them in this one because I don't really want to stick them to the back of this glitter one because I know I can change it up. But I was thinking of putting the penguin stickers, which I'll show you in a minute, like these ones, the long ones, I was going to put like in between, but I don't know if that's going to look right, and I know it'll be Christmassy then, and that's going to be annoying. And they're the only two pink ones I've got left actually, so I don't know if they're going to work. I'll have to see before I put them on. But there's the next one. I'm only going to do 2 because I haven't got that many stickers and I need a bit more variety of stickers. So I've done a Christmas one and I've done a normal one. And there we go. I have put the little penguin in now. I've put a little angel in this one and then I put the reindeer in there. I accidentally stuck it down and it's not level and I can't get it back up without ripping the whole thing. So yeah, I'm going to have to keep it like that. But I think they'll look nice. That one looks nice like that. And then my little Christmassy full-on Christmas one looks nice. I mean, for the first time that I've made them, it's not that bad. So yeah, I'm just needing to get some more stickers and then I can make a bit more of a variety of different ones. So now I've made them little Kindle inserts. I do want to make more and I have some designed on the computer, but I just can't print them out, and it's really annoying because I don't want to pay to print them out, if that makes sense, because I have a printer, I just don't want to do it. Which is really annoying. But anyway, I have this book which I'm currently reading. This is Better Hate Than Never, which is the second part of Two Wrongs Make a Right. If you've watched some of my other videos, then you'll know that Two Wrongs Make a Right is one of my favourite books ever, and I absolutely love that story, and I've read it twice. This one is the second part. Now I am near enough halfway through it. Can't say I'm loving it, to be honest. I'm not feeling it, and I feel like that's what happens with some books, because I read The Things We Never Got Over, and that story, didn't like it, hated it. Then the second book in that series, I really liked it. So maybe it's just the series, maybe it's the way the series goes, and that's why I don't like this one. I don't know, I'm not feeling it, to be honest. But like I say, I'm only near enough halfway through it, but I'm trying to finish it so I can read some Christmas books. So let me show you what the Christmas books I have on my TBR. So the first 2 are physical. I've already showed this book in this video. This is the Christmas Wish by Lindsay Kelk, and this was in the 3 for 6 deal. But this is the only book that I found in the works that wasn't written in third person for Christmas. I was looking for a thriller book, I was looking for a romance book, and every single one I picked up was all written in third person. And if you know, I fucking hate third person books, so this one wasn't, and this is the only one that I could find that wasn't, so I picked that one up. And then I have this one from last year. So this is called Just Like Magic. I'm not sure this is the third person book because I didn't really read the inside of the book last year, so I don't know. But this one's called Just Like Magic, and this one's on my wish list as well. And then I have a few more which are on my Kindle. So I have 2 physical and then a few on my Kindle, which I'm going to show you. I have Cruel Winter With You, which is by Ali Hazelwood. I love Ali Hazelwood stories, so I'm hoping I'm going to like that. That is a short story, and there's multiple other stories in the series from other authors, but I wanted the Ali Hazelwood one. And then I also downloaded The Christmas Party and The Christmas Killer by Alex Pine. Now I'm sure I looked at that one in the works and that was written in third person, and that would confuse the fuck out of me, so I don't know about that one. But The Christmas Party as well, and The Christmas Killer. So yeah, they're the 2 Christmassy thriller books that I've downloaded just to see what they're like. And then I've got a few romance books. I'm hoping I get through them all. But I thought, you know what, last year I didn't read any Christmas books, so this year I'm reading some Christmas books at Christmas so I can get into the feel of Christmas. Do you know what I mean? So they're my TBR for Christmas, and I'm hoping I read some of them. Let me know if you have read some of these books, because if you have and they are good, let me know. Anyway, I'm going to go and read this now for a little bit and carry on, and hopefully I can finish it by the end of the month so I can give a review on TikTok. And if you're not following me on TikTok, it's itsvornyreads. So anyway, I'm going to go and read this now, and I will catch you up in the next bit of this vlog. I have no idea what is in this bookish vlog because I have just been filming it throughout the month of November to go up in December, so it's just compiled into one. However, it's now the 1st of December, so I thought that I would put in my November reads into this bookish vlog because I've not planned a separate video to do the November reads on my channel. So I thought, you know what, I'll add it into the bookish vlog. And let me tell you, I have read 7 books this month. 7. I usually, for a long time, I've only read like 1 or 2 books-ish, and then I had a massive reading slump in the middle of the year and I didn't read anything, and then towards the end of the year I'm like, right, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, and I can't stop. I read 7 books this month. That's fucking mad for me, absolutely mad. So I have 3 physical versions, what I read, and then 4 non-physical, which are on my Kindle / audiobook. So I read Date with Destiny, Twisted Games, which I also read on my Kindle because I swapped between 2. Better Hate Than Never. I read The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, which was on audiobook. I have read The Co-Worker and Frida McFadden's The Boyfriend. So that's only 6. What other books have I read then? Because I'm thinking there's only 6. That's only 6 there. Flawless. That's another one I read. Yes, I did read. So Flawless I read. So I read Flawless. I've listened to The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I read The Co-Worker, The Boyfriend, and then I have 3 physical versions which I also read as well. So yes, a very, very good reading month this month. So Date with Destiny, gave it a 4-star. Absolutely, well, I can't say I absolutely loved it. I really enjoyed this book because of the spiritual / witchy vibe to it. But there's a bit in the middle where they start taking mushrooms and it was a bit random, like it was just shoved in there randomly. But there is a reason as to why they do it, but it's still a bit random to me. So that's why I only gave it like 4.5 stars. So I really enjoyed this though because I did pick it up from the charity shop, only £1. And I read the back of it and I thought, oh, let's have a go because it's my sort of thing. So she has to have 3 bad things happen and then 3 good things, which is what the fortune teller tells her that's going to happen on the 32nd birthday. And obviously that's what starts happening. She's like, do I believe it or not? I don't know. And oh, I really enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it. There's no spice in it, but I still really liked it. Then I went on to Twisted Games. Let me tell you, this was a 5-star read for me this month because I've already read Twisted Love and I was a bit like, I don't know if I'm going to like this series because it's so hyped on TikTok. I read Twisted Love quite a while ago and I've sort of like left it and left it and left it, and I thought, you know what, I want to read this. So I read it for my readathon and I was like, let's just give it a go and see if I liked it. I'm so glad I did because I've already read a book by Anna Huang, which is King of Wrath, and I didn't really enjoy that, and I bought that after I bought the Twisted series. However, I read it first and I was like, maybe I shouldn't have done, but I'm so glad I ended up picking this up because 5 stars. 5 stars for me. Loved it. I love the fact they had a storyline to it as well as, you know, the spiciness and the romance side of it as well, and I feel like it was very much based on our own Queen Elizabeth. So I know that Americans can sometimes be really obsessed with like the royals and stuff like that, and it was based around that because she obviously can't marry a commoner or be with a commoner, and that is what a bodyguard is. Reese though is a bit of me. He is a bit of me. Yes, he's grumpy at the beginning, but as time goes on we sort of like see the inkling that he actually likes her and he doesn't despise her, and he's not just doing his job, he does it because he actually likes her and he's fallen in love with her. But oh, I loved it. Absolutely loved this book. It was so good. I devoured this book and I would definitely pick it up to read again because I just loved it that much. So that's 2 books out of the series that I really enjoyed. So hopefully the other 2 are going to be fine, because if not I'm going to be really disappointed. But I'm so glad I eventually picked this up and read it. Then I read or listened to The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. It just wasn't for me. It was a bit sickly, bit cringy, no, it just wasn't. And there wasn't hardly any spice in it until like 80% in, and then it was a bit cringy anyway. I was like, okay, didn't live up to the hype for me. Only gave it 2 stars because it was just boring. And I'm so glad I didn't pick up the physical version of it because it is in 3rd person. So I know that if I'd have picked it up and it was in 3rd person, I would have closed it straight away because I can't focus with 3rd person books. So yeah, I also listened to that, but not again. Then I went on to The Co-Worker. I've been wanting to read this for a long time. I love this one. The only thing I didn't like was at the end. I'm not obviously going to say unless you want to read it, but the ending I just wish was a little bit different. So I only gave it 4.5 stars, but just because of the ending. The rest of it, loved it. Didn't expect anything of it. I sort of had an inkling, but I was like, maybe it's this person, maybe it's this person. But the person it turned out to be, I didn't have a clue. And I love Frida McFadden. I love her fucking books. I devour them. I love them. And then I also read The Boyfriend. Now, this is the only book of Frida McFadden I didn't necessarily enjoy, because it was just a bit, it was based on blackmail, jealousy and everything like that. And I thought, oh, it's a bit odd to me. Like, they were grown people in the end, and it was all based around that, like jealousy, blackmail and stuff, and I was a bit like, they're grown-ass people, like, for God's sake. Like, I was like, oh my god. So yeah, I didn't particularly love that. I didn't guess who the person was, but I sort of had an inkling of who it was, if you know what I mean. But it just wasn't my favourite. I only gave that 3.5 stars because that was just, it wasn't my favourite, and it wasn't the best book of hers. I've read, I think now 4 or 5 books of hers, and out of all of them, The Boyfriend just wasn't it for me. So I'm glad I didn't buy that physical version, which I did put in the beginning of this vlog because I was going to. I'm so glad I didn't, because I didn't really enjoy it. So I read it on Kindle, and I'm so glad I did, because it wasn't as good. So yeah, I read that one. What was the other one I read? Flawless. Not Flawless. Yeah, Flawless. So this is the beginning of the Elsie Silver Chestnut Spring series, and I thought, well, let's have a look. I have Reckless on my shelf, well, on my bookshelf, trolley, whatever you want to call it. And I bought that in the charity shop, and I thought, oh, I don't know if it's going to be part of a series. I know it's part of a series, but I didn't know if it could be read as standalones as well. So I thought, let's have a look on Kindle Unlimited and see if they're available on there, which they were. So I thought, right, let's start from that book, and then when it comes to the physical, when it comes to the 3rd book, I will then read it as physical / on Kindle Unlimited, if that makes sense. So I'm not wasting it then. And I actually really enjoyed it. Again, these are so hyped on TikTok, but I didn't think I was going to like them, and I really enjoyed it. I think I gave it 4.5 stars. I don't think I gave it 5. I don't know what would make it 5, but it just, for me, it wasn't a book that I was like, ah, do you know what I mean? So it was a good book. It was a nice book. I liked them in the end. I liked the characters, how they were. I loved Summer in that book, because right from the beginning she was like, I'm not taking any shit. I'm not being told what to do. This is what I'm doing. I've grown up around my dad, like swearing and, you know, doing all that sort of stuff. So I know what it's like to grow up around that sort of thing, because my dad was a bit more like that. He was a bit more strong-headed. He was a bit like, you know, swearing and all that. So she's like, no man's taking, I ain't taking no shit off any man, because I'm not doing it. And she was like that all the way through the book, which was nice, because I love a good, strong female character in a book. I don't like one that's like, oh, people pleasing, or oh, I don't know what to say, and it takes ages for him to come out the shell, which I know. I kind of experienced that in my own life. Like, it took me a very long time to stick up for myself, but now that I do, I can't stop. So I love a good, strong female character in a book. However, I didn't like, what was his name? Rhett. I didn't like Rhett at the beginning, because I thought it was going to be based around, he was very Mardy, very babyish, very childlike, and I was a bit like, oh my god, I can't deal with a Mardy man, it drives me crazy. But as the book went on, it sort of evolved, and he realised, actually, my actions are hurting everybody else and not just for me. Like, he kind of realised that, and he became less childlike, and he became less Mardy and sulky, which was nice, because if it had carried on like that, I'd have been like, no, bye, that's doing my head in. So at the beginning I was a bit like, oh, fucking this man is doing my head in, because he's very sulky, very selfish, very Mardy, and I can't deal with that. And then obviously towards the end of the book, he sort of came out of his shell a little bit more, and you sort of understood why he was the way he was. But then he realised that his actions were hurting everyone else around him and not just himself. So yeah, I actually really enjoyed that. So really, overall, a good reading month this month. 7 books, and only, oh no, and I've got another one, Better Hate Than Never. Yes, I forgot about that one. Forgot about, did I say that? Better Hate Than Never? No, I don't think so. Better Hate Than Never is the second book to Two Wrongs Make a Right, and as you know, if you watch my channel, I love Two Wrongs Make a Right. It's my favourite book. This one is the second part of this series. However, I was quite disappointed in this one. I only gave it 3 stars because it just weren't living up to me. For me, this is about Bee's sister, which is Kate, and then she goes out with somebody called Christopher. So Christopher is like a family friend that they've sort of took in because his parents died when they were younger, and he sort of became part of the family. But obviously they're not related as such, like, you know, bloodline, they're not related, but they just sort of like grew up together. He always had a thing for her, but she didn't know, and she sort of had a thing for him, but they sort of like kept it at bay, and then they sort of like became enemies, and that's how they kept it. But for me, she was very like, oh, woe is me, everything's about me, like nobody loves me, nobody cares, where everybody showed that they cared about her, but that's why she kept going off and everything. And they talk about, in this book, they talk about the ADHD, and Christopher has the migraines, which again, I like the way that Chloe Lees, I don't know how you say her name, she talks about stuff that people actually can experience in real life, so I like that about her. However, that was fine, but her character in herself, she was a bit like, oh, woe is me, everything's about me, nobody cares about me, that's why I have to leave because nobody's bothered. You know what I mean? She just didn't feel like she was included, which I sort of understood why she didn't feel included, but nobody treated her like she wasn't included, and I feel like she just sort of put that on herself, and that was annoying. But then towards the end of the book it got a little bit better. Just wasn't living up to the same as Two Wrongs Make a Right for me, and I feel like that's why. But Bea and Jamie in this book, oh my god, they were getting on my tits. They were absolutely getting on my tits. So I love Bea and Jamie in the other one because obviously that's my favourite book, but the way they were wrote in this book, I could have smacked Bea all over because she was doing my head in. I thought, why are you putting yourself in a situation to do with Kate all the time? Like, you need to know everything that she's doing, where she's going, how she's doing it. But I was like, she just had to sort of like involve herself for no reason, and then she like scuttled to Jamie like, oh my god, this is what happened. And, you know, Jamie had to be involved, but like then Jamie was a bit of a sheep around her. Like whatever Bea says, oh, I've got to do it, I've got to follow her. Like, I was like, I don't like that. I didn't like the way they were in this book, because in the other book, absolutely fine, but the way they was in this book, I was like, oh my god, Jamie, for God's sake. It was like a lovesick puppy, which is fine, but it was a bit too much. Like, it was a bit to the point where it was like, yeah, you whatever she says, you're doing it, whether you like it or not, and whether it makes you happy or not. That's the way it came across in the book, and I was like, for God's sake. So it was a bit like Set on You, because Set on You has 2 books to it. Set on You is about Crystal, and then she has a sister, can't remember her name, but she has a sister which is in the second book, and that talks about her love story. However, Crystal in the first book, absolutely fine, really enjoyed it. The second book, I fucking hated her because she was like, oh, I know about relationships, blah blah blah. I'm like, you've had fucking failed relationships, how can you then give advice about your sister, saying no, you shouldn't be doing that when you've made a mistake in the past? Like, do you know what I mean? I think, yeah, I know you're trying to look out for a sister, and I know it's not real, but oh my god, I could have killed her. I was like, for God's sake. So this is how Bea and Jamie came across in this book, and I didn't really like it. But it also talked about demisexuality as well in here, so I didn't know what that was until I read it, and she basically has to have sort of a connection before she has intimate moments with somebody. She also was a virgin as well, which I was a bit like, is she a virgin, is she not? I don't really understand. But then as it went on, I was like, oh right, okay, she is a virgin, because it was like talking about that she'd done stuff with people, and then I feel like the next minute it wasn't. I was like, well, have you done it or not? Because it's confusing me. But it was talking about her virginity and how obviously she had to make that safe space for her to be accepted into it and know that her body was ready for it. And I was a bit like, well, is she or not? Because I didn't really understand it, but then towards the end obviously I understand it. So it was, I loved how she wrote about, you know, the factors of ADHD, migraines, and all the little, you know, a bit more sensitive topics, but I just didn't feel it was best for me. The character in herself, she just got my tits a bit, but then towards the end she was alright, but she just fucking annoyed me. So yeah, like I say, only 3 stars, but apart from that, it was alright. So, like I say, a 4-star, we've got a 5-star, we've got a 4-star, we've got a 4.5-star for the co-worker, we've got 3.5-star for the boyfriend, we've got a 2-star. To be fair, I was being generous with the pumpkin spice cafe because I should have given it a 1-star, but I didn't. So mostly 4 stars and above, which is quite a good reading month. So yeah, I'm excited for this month now because I'm going to be moving on to my Christmas books, which I have a few Christmas books in mind. So I have some on here. I've currently started The Cruel Winter with You by Ali Hazelwood. So I'm already halfway through it because it's a very short story. I'm not sure if they link to the other ones because there is other authors that have in the series that have done these short stories in the series, but I don't know if it's all together, if that makes sense. So I've sort of read it, I'm like, it's a bit, I don't understand it yet, but we're gonna see because it is very short, so it has to be quick. So yeah, and also I hope everyone has a good Christmas, because I know by the time this eventually goes up it's going to be near Christmas. So I hope you have a good Christmas, because it's going to be a couple of weeks until Christmas is over with and we're into the new year. So yes, I'm going to say it now before I forget. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.